11 Sports and For the Fans welcomes you to the following presentation of the Simulation Football League.
Welcome to Las Vegas, Nevada on the Strip for a rare game under the lights at Silver State Stadium tonight. It's Vice Wars 7 and the Crowd Play Game of the Week, and it's right now. Welcome to Las Vegas, and tonight the Fury try to save their season at 4-6. Denver at 9-1. They are the top seed in the SFL, and they're trying to keep it that way tonight. Alongside Max Paul on stats, the Crowd Play crew here tonight as well. Ramos Lynn on analysis. I'm Cameron Irvine. Ramos, what's on tap tonight?
Well, we have maybe the most fun rivalry here in the SFL, Cam. Of course, it's Vice Wars. Very, very colorful uniforms for the occasion for the Las Vegas Fury. Two teams that know each other very well. You may look at the records and you see 9-1 against 4-6, but with a rivalry just like Vice Wars, that almost doesn't matter. These two teams play each other extremely well.
All right, Denver is going to call tails. Doesn't get much better than this. A rivalry game plus crowd play plus a must-win situation for the home squad, and you get great football. Vegas wins the toss. They will kick it away, and we're back in 60 seconds for the kick. You're watching the SFL Crowd Play Game of the Week on 11 Sports and For the Fans. Welcome back to Vegas. Here we go. Big ball game here tonight, and we're underway. Kick it, Otis Boudreau. And Denver from 1 yard deep in their end zone. Bryce Battle on the return out to the 19-yard line. Good start for the Fury special teams. And here comes Denver. Ramos, we saw him on the road a few weeks ago 9-1 at Charleston. Charleston gave them all they could handle. This team is something else.
Yeah, it is, and especially Jared Mcchesney, Cam. This is a running back that you really have to stuff up with multiple people. So Max Jackson and Raman, they all have to just key on the running back.
Miller starts with a throw, and it's caught. Jeremy Mosley, the tight end, picks up 12-13 to the 33-yard line.
Yeah, and that's a straight formation, Cam. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end, and Las Vegas going man-to-man. So daring Josh Miller to throw the ball into a tight window. Nice first play for the Nightwings.
Denver in the black helmets, black pants, and the white jerseys. Deep throw is intercepted. Merrick Itera to the 39-yard line, and Las Vegas off to a great start.
Yeah, definitely. And Merrick Itera did a great job on just sinking in as deep as he possibly could. He read the route tree, and he knew that it was a go route. Gets the interception and some really nice yards, as Vegas is very close from scoring position already.
Vegas wearing the Vice Wars uniforms. Denver thought about coming out. Apparently there was an equipment malfunction with the Denver. They were also supposed to come out in some pink trim, but looking vicey in their own right as Raman's pass is caught in traffic. John Blades down to the Denver 19-yard line. What a start for Vegas.
Yeah, and what a great throw. Basically starting with the same exact play, both Vegas and Denver starting with a slant route, trying to get their quarterback in a rhythm. As Vegas, this is a passing team, Cam. They don't like to run the ball much, so Denver will really have to key on the passing game.
First down and 10 at the 19-yard line. Raman under center will hand it off to Scott Johnson. Johnson breaking a couple of tackles and picking up 8. He is a key tonight, Ramos. Against Florida, 207 yards, 25 carries. But the rest of his season, he's averaged just 1.7 yards per carry in his other 10 games, and they beat Florida in that game.
Yeah, we're really starting to see the improvement in Scott Johnson, and the coaching staff rather is doing a nice job on finding what his strengths are running between the tackles.
And there he is again, trying to cut it outside, and he did not take your advice, Ramos.
Nope.
As Nick Kindler makes the play in the backfield, brings up a 3rd down and 1.
And I thought that was another run between the tackles because it was a very tight formation and basically the same formation that they did last time, but he tried to bounce it off tackle and it didn't work. Now they go with a couple of wide receivers and a tight end as a flanker.
3rd down and 1. They're going to give it to him for a 3rd straight time. What a play in the backfield. Adam Wiseman brings him down short of the line to gain, and he shot in there like a rocket to force a field goal.
You know, I understand the play call going to the side of the tight end and the opposing side of the fullback, since probably the defense normally will go with the fullback side, but I've never been a fan of running to the side opposite to the fullback. I like my fullback to be the lead blocker.
The red zone woes continue, and we will discuss that later on in the evening in more detail. But for now, Vegas has a 27-yard field goal. It's up and good. They get the first points of the night and go up 3-0.
You know, and Denver just has to stay patient, of course. You know, they have to give the ball a little bit to Jared Mcchesney. First 2 plays were both passes. So I will expect Denver to run the ball a little bit more with the star running back.
Denver on their first possession throws an interception. Itera with the pick. Battle here on the return, and Battle gets out to the 18-yard line. New questions are now ready on Crowd Play. $1,000 prize pool on the line tonight. Right now, which of these players listed below will have the most catches in the game? And it lists a bunch of receivers. You got to act fast. What will be the result of this possession? You can give that answer as well right now on the app.
I like the defense here for Vegas. They have a lot of men that they're at the far side.
First and 10 at the 18. Handoff, Jared Mcchesney. Mcchesney breaks a tackle. What a block. Mcchesney 50-45 all the way down to the Vegas 42-yard line. Terrific blocking, and Mcchesney doing his thing.
Yeah, and I like the defense here for Vegas. I said before the play, they had a lot of men right there on the far sideline, but it didn't matter as he disposes Itera and has a lot of speed to get past midfield and put Denver close to scoring position.
First down at the 42. A number of big plays in this series between Denver and Las Vegas. One of the best rivalries in the SFL. Also one of the most competitive. First and 10 at the 42. Miller play action. Looking for an open receiver. Hits Giacomo Jones. They love that play, Ramos. We watched a lot of it in film study. Why is it so difficult?
Yeah, because it has a lot of route combinations, Cam. We see great protection by the offensive line. So you basically have several reads if you are Josh Miller. First, you do a play action, so that gives you time for the routes to develop. There's an out route, there's a post, there's a go, there's the check down. So depending on what the quarterback sees, he can take the correct read.
When you have Mcchesney, play action is a beautiful thing. Miller stepping up in the pocket and runs right into Tank Hoot for the sack.
And Denver had a great protection in the last play, but not very good so here in the next one, as Tank Hoot beats his man one-on-one, gets the sack, and, this is still scoring position, Cam, but Denver has to be very careful to not lose many more yards.
Second and 15, this Nightwings offense has to contain Rhett Sawyer, who leads the league in sacks coming into the week. He's number 54 on that line. Mcchesney is wrapped up in the backfield. Third and long coming up. Tackle made by Eric Davis, the third linebacker on this defense.
And let's see what Denver does here on third and long. They go in a straight formation, and if I'm Denver, I'm just running some slant patterns, see if I can get a few yards for an easier field goal.
Third down, 17. This going long. Miller all day to throw. Ends up having to check it down. Nobody was open, and that'll force a field goal. Terrific coverage down the field for Las Vegas.
Yeah, great coverage and a good job by Josh Miller, to be fair. He could have taken a deep throw into tight coverage, but instead he knows that he has a possibility of a field goal and tying the game, so he just takes the check down and puts perhaps the best kicker in the SFL, Kramer Jackman, onto the field.
Yeah, he already has one pick so far tonight, so definitely not feeling the love down the field. Kramer Jackman from 46 yards. He can do it in his sleep. That field goal is good, and now we're tied 3-3 here early in Vice Wars, halfway through the first quarter.
And if you're Vegas, you have to be feeling pretty content on what has happened. You already have an interception. You got half a stop, which is difficult enough against this Denver offense. Jerry Mcchesney had a big game, but then you were able to contain him for a loss, and now you get the ball back. So, it seems that they have a good combination of runs and short passes for Tom Rahman today.
Rahman, the quarterback for Las Vegas, has played all 5 of his seasons as a member of the Fury. This is Max Jackson on the return, 4 yards deep in his end zone, sidesteps right, breaks a tackle, 30. Max Jackson breaks another tackle, 35, 40. Jackson ran out of green, otherwise he would have been gone. Possessed on the return to the 44-yard line.
Yeah, I'm telling you, if this was a Canadian football field size instead of American football field size, he would have had a few more yards to go outside and probably get a touchdown. Max Jackson, perhaps the best kickoff returner in the SFL this season. And, for a safety, Cam, he's very strong. Obviously, he's a strong safety, but he's very good carrying that ball. And Vegas, if they keep getting these field positions throughout the game, they have a very good chance of winning this one.
How many yards was Josh Miller's first completed pass? That was just asked on Crowd Play. $1,000 up for grabs here tonight, so go and get your share. That pass caught by John Blades, the number 1 player, whether it's in our community or not. Phil Kloss, $750 won this season on Crowd Play, and he hasn't had to spend a cent.
Yeah, Crowd Play is great because you're basically playing a game You're answering questions of what has happened in the game or what could happen in the game. It's totally free, and you can just play with your phone while watching the game on your TV.
First down and 10 at the 44. Vegas really moving the football here early on. They've gotten Scott Johnson involved to marginal success, and Rahman off to a hot start. Tom Rahman now slings it outside left. Pass caught, turn of the corner. First down. That's Mason Kirby with the reception.
Love that route by Mason Kirby. That's an out route and running just in front of the corner on that out route, getting the first down after being able to turn it off field. And Vegas, I'm loving what they're doing with Tom Rahman. It's an easy read for him, and we've seen slants, we've seen the out, we've seen a lot of routes that for a quarterback you can easily read and see if it's there or not.
Career high in passing yards for Rahman this season as that pass is caught for a first down. A-star Miramontes up the middle, and Vegas back in the red zone.
That's a slant route for the slot receiver, getting another first down, and Denver's defense really giving a lot of cushion, giving a lot of respect to the speedy receivers. But if I'm the Nightwings, and they're going to do it right now, maybe I would like to press a little bit more. This is a good opportunity for Vegas to run the ball.
First down and 10 at the 19-yard line. And Rahman will fling it outside. That pass is caught. 5-yard pickup. That's Kirby again. Boy, Mason Kirby comes up big this time of year, doesn't he, Ramos? He's been a killer.
Yeah, unbelievable. And he was a part of that Seattle Tyrants team that got to the championship game, and he was a Dallas Lobo that had its good seasons as well. So he's been in this position before when it's crunch time and you need a win.
Rahman on second down and 5. Flings it outside. Caught. First and goal at the 6-yard line. Kirby again. And Rahman on fire. Not an incompletion yet.
Yep, and it's leaving one-on-one with Matt Papineau on the outside. And Mason Kirby is easily winning that match. First and goal at the 6. Now the field shrinks a lot here, Cam. Let's see if Vegas continues to throw. It seems they will. They're going in the shotgun. Maybe here a slant route to the slot receiver. I think it's Miramontes.
Vegas 6 for 6 is Rahman. QBR of 115. Rahman to throw. Fires. Tipped up in the air and intercepted. Off the hands of the intended receiver Pryor. And Josh Vasquez, the veteran defender, makes the play in the end zone.
And they did go with the slant route to Miramontes, but what a play by the defense. I think Thomas Rahman threw the ball a little bit too late.
The crowd play game of the week returns in 60 seconds on 11 Sports and For the Fans. Second down and 14 as we welcome you back to Las Vegas. Apologies for the brief technical difficulties there. The Fury got a sack on the first play of the drive, and then that pass intended for Giacomo Jones is incomplete. So now quickly here, third down and 14 for Denver.
Yeah, and it seems that Denver does have that gun straight formation where they have the slants, and they also have another play with a deep route combination. So it's going to be interesting to see if Vegas can put some pressure on the QB and force a short throw. They go in a 3-2 defense here again.
Miller's out of the shotgun. Denver a little rattled here. Miller steps up in the pocket. Oh, he lasered one through. I thought it was in a Tron movie as all the bright colors quickly escaped the screen. Max Jackson was in coverage. Wow, that looked like a Kramer Jackman field goal from back there. Yeah, and you know, he's in Denver now. The Colorado Rockies are going to call him and see if he wants to be the starter pitcher. So that was maybe like 100 mph fastball right there, but holy no cigar. Cow. Yeah, no cigar on that one. In Vegas, I mean, I got to say, Cam, they're playing a phenomenal game. I mean, the game is tied 3-3, but they are unbelievable here on defense. So the punt is away just like that, a 3-and-out. Max Jackson throws off a defender. My goodness. That was Rosca Santagria. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And this is the situation, Cam, with Vegas. They have to capitalize off of this. You know, that they really need to, now that they have the momentum of the game, they really need to score a touchdown and start putting the pressure on Denver.
2:28 to go in the first quarter. Been kind of a bizarre first quarter here as Scott Johnson takes a carry, could not find a lane, and the tackle made by Maurice Lloyd at the end of it. But it feels like time has just kind of evaporated here, and really neither team a whole lot to show for it.
No, but you know, obviously both teams have an interception so far. It's been a defensive slugfest. We've not seen much of Jerry Mcchesney other than that big run. Scott Johnson had a good run to start, but not much either. It's basically been Mason Kirby and some quarterback sacks.
Rahman again out to Kirby. They are killing Denver on that out route. Big hit at the end by Matt Papineau, but another first down. Kirby's got 4 receptions here in the quarter.
Yeah, and Vegas is going to go with that out route as long as they possibly can. I mean, if Denver doesn't make an adjustment, they will have to face that out route all game long.
Don't forget about Beat the Crowd at the end of the quarter to win $10 instantly. You got to answer the questions correctly and the fastest. We'll find out who wins our first Beat the Crowd tonight here in a little while. LZ Pryor with that reception. And Ramos, we really didn't get to talk about it, but let's go back to that interception in the end zone on Vegas's last possession and what you saw.
Well, the Vegas Fury were trying to do a route combination. Basically, the outside receiver was going outside, the inside receiver was going inside, and it's the job of Tom Rahman to see which one of them is open, essentially. And for a split second, the slot receiver was open, but he was just a tad too late with the pass.
Scott Johnson loses 3 yards in the backfield, and he is wrapped up there by the outside linebacker, Sam Blanchek, to bring up 3rd and 9.
And let's see what Vegas does here, Cam. Let's see if they can get a play that gets past the sticks. They have a shotgun straight. I would like to see maybe a slant to the tight end.
Press coverage here. Rahman going long in double coverage. Everything was covered, and Papineau gets the interception, and both defenses have come to play tonight.
Yeah, they have. And I don't understand that play call here for the Vegas Fury. They had 2 players running very shallow routes. You know, one was running like a stop. The other one was running like a small curl. And basically, they just had 2 receivers going deep. So there was no intermediate route. There was no misdirection. It was very bizarre and easy for Denver to pick up and read.
3rd and long was a big problem for Vegas at Atlanta last week, and that was a problem for him there. First down, 39 seconds to go in the half. Miller back to pass, going long, has Logan Keel in a foot race, 40, 35, 30, Jackson lost the ball, forced the fumble, and it's recovered. Oh my goodness! Sling Shady down the field recovers the fumble forced by Jackson. What an effort!
Yeah, what a play by Max Jackson. And we see it often in football, Cam, where the runner is just trying to get to the end zone, has the ball a little bit too loose, and a trailing defender can punch it out of the football, and Vegas right there to recover. What a hustle, and Vegas has the ball again. Unbelievable.
That is one of the best defensive plays in league history. That is unbelievable effort by Jackson. Rahman now floats it up. That's nearly intercepted. What a shot Garrison Blue took. Santagria in the area. This series is wild. Tied 3-3. This is Vice Wars at a glance. And my goodness, it's living up to the billing.
Yeah, as I said at the beginning of the broadcast, the series is tied at 3-3. We are tied in this game 3-3. And this is two teams that, again, know each other extremely well. They know how to attack each other. And that's why Vegas is just underdogs by 3.5.
2nd and 10. That pass is caught. What a throw from Rahman. His best of the night. John Blades with the reception. Rahman 9 of 12 for 99 yards. That will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Yeah, good protection by the offensive line as Rahman throws a great throw, as you said, near sideline for a good first down, and Vegas can move the ball.
The original TYTY in the chat, one of our newest SFL members, says Vice Wars 7, the attack of the turnovers. I would agree. Denver 3, Las Vegas 3. One of the best teams in the league right now up against their rival, desperate to win out and have a chance at the playoffs. The SFL returns in a moment. Start of the second quarter after the first quarter would give anybody a headache. Ramos Lynn, Cameron Irvine with you, along with Jacob Clear and Max Paul on stats. Rahman over the middle to Garrison Blue, picks up 8 yards on the play to set up a 2nd down and 2.
Yeah, and a good play for Vegas to set up their drive, 2nd and 2. The whole playbook opens. I would like to see, again, to have Scott Johnson more involved here, Cam, in a 2nd and short.
7 yards on 5 carries so far. And that pass from Rahman is out to Blue again. Caught for the first down at the 49-yard line. Vegas continues to move the chains.
Yeah, and this is the opportunity again for Vegas. I said in the previous drive, but then again, you cannot have so many takeaways and only have 3 points. You really need to start scoring a little bit more.
Big Z in DeHuz wins crowd plays, beat the crowd tonight. Got all the questions right during the break in 5.34 seconds. An instant winner, and Vegas is instantly back in Denver territory.
Yeah, and that route combination has killed the Nightwings tonight, Cam. Mason Kirby has been the biggest beneficiary, as that was his 5th catch of the game, and he's on pace for almost 20 today.
So far, Vegas winning the time of possession, 21 plays to Denver's 13. And for these two teams, that is a big deal. We'll talk about it a little bit more after this play. 1st down and 10 at the 40 for Rahman out of the gun. Rahman to throw, pump fake, gets the defender to jump, hit as he threw, the pass is incomplete. Looking for Mason Kirby. When Denver wins time of possession this season, they are 7-0, 2-1 when they don't. When Vegas wins time of possession, they're 3-1, 1-5 when they don't. And a lot of those games, Ramos, when they don't win time of possession is because Scott Johnson cannot get involved.
Right, and that's why he needs to get the ball just a little bit more. They have a double tight end set here. Let's see if we can go to the outside or something.
2nd and 10, they flip it out to Johnson, but Johnson's got no room to go. Papineau and Wiseman lock him down. Over under 52.5 tonight, and both of these defenses want nothing to do with that.
Yeah, it's been a lot of takeaways. We have 2 interceptions for Rahman, an interception for Josh Miller, and also the fumble. So that's 4 turnovers so far in this ball game as they go 4 wide receiver set. And Denver is very, very close. There's no safety help over the top, Cam. Look for that.
Rahman to pass, fires it outside, caught, and just shy, actually, of the first down.
What a tackle.
Yeah, great tackle on the outside. I didn't happen to catch the number, but I think it was Santagria out there.
Yeah, it could have been, or the safety Maurice Lloyd. I couldn't catch the name as Vegas. Maybe trying to make Denver jump off sides. I will not go for this one, Cam. I will kick a field goal here.
Yeah, especially with Otis Boudreau, who's a terrific rookie kicker. Vegas hanging with Denver tonight, but not in the way I expected. I would have thought that if Vegas stood their best chance, it'd be in a shootout, but they really have kind of kept Denver off the field tonight. And we really have not gotten to talk about yet what the Vegas defensive scheme has been. Just 2 runs for Mcchesney, 7 passes for Miller.
Yeah, and that's been the biggest thing, Cam. Of course, it was not Josh Miller's fault that, the fumble and everything, but I was expecting Denver to run the ball just a tad more with Jerry Mcchesney. He's the motor of the offense. And, in the first half, I would have, at least in the first quarter, rather, I would expect probably 5 or 6 carries to him, trying to get him involved. But so far, only 2 attempts for 22 yards.
This is a 48-yard field goal here for Boudreau and Las Vegas. And that kick is up and through. 6-3. Now, Vegas with the 3-point advantage.
And they have to kick the ball off. And, it's a situation where if I'm Vegas, if I'm the kicker, I'm just kicking this as far as I possibly can. I'm not giving Denver the chance to have a good return and being scoring position. I'm kicking this as far as I possibly can.
Silver State Stadium, one of the most gorgeous stadiums in the country, has the bird's wings that serve as the roof here in this stadium. It's not a completely covered dome, but most of the fans are covered by those wings. Ramos, it's beautiful during the day. Not a lot of night games here out on the West Coast, but there's something about being in Vegas at night, though.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Especially, and I don't think the bettors are liking this one, because if you better the over, you're really struggling right now, as it was 52.5. But if you took Vegas plus 3.5, you're probably looking good right now.
Wow, Thomasina Rahman out of the slot knocks that ball away. Miller now 4 for 8, 2nd down.
Yeah, a very tough play to make, Cam, when it's a pass, outside the numbers and you're being basically in the slot. It requires a lot of athleticism to go in and try to get that. Look for the inside route here with the fullback or with the receiver here, the slot receiver on the top.
Miller fires outside and Keel's out of bounds. So went to Keel that time on that play fake. Nothing there, 3rd and 10.
At first glance, I thought it was incomplete. Let's see if Denver sees different, because if they do, that's worth a challenge, having a 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2, instead of a 3rd and 10. It seems that they don't. So 3rd and 10, and, Denver has not been very good here on 3rd and long today.
Denver had a 3 and out on their last possession. 5 in the box for Vegas. Everybody spread out. Miller fires it short. Race to the sticks. Mosley won't get there. Back-to-back 3 and outs. And I'm willing to say, Ramos, that hasn't happened much, if at all, to Denver this year. They got a punt again.
Yeah, and nothing open down the field again. 4th and 4. The Vegas Fury is doing just a tremendous job on not letting the receivers run past them. Other than that, Logan Keel, big throw. Vegas is doing a sensational job keeping everything in front of him, and Max Jackson, the ever so dangerous returner, with a chance here.
Punt is away, and this is Jackson from his 35-yard line, and there were two different Nightwings there to quickly bring him down, including Santagria, and I was trying to figure out why this game felt so fast. This will be the 10th possession of the game, 5 for each team. There's only been one drive longer than 6 plays.
Yeah, and this is a testament of how these defenses are keeping the other offenses on 3rd and long, and then we see a lot of short throws, not enough for the sticks, and we've seen it about 3 times in this game. So defense is getting their job done.
Receiver falls over and makes the reception. That was the second tight end, Ron Lawler, with the catch. Rahman continuing to spread the ball around. He's already got 19 attempts.
Yeah, and that's for 15 completions, so he's having a good day other than the 2 interceptions. Rahman has been very effective so far now with 2 receivers top of the screen.
Rahman out to Johnson, looking for a block, and Johnson didn't need it. First down. Tackle made by Vasquez at the end of the play. Under 7 to go in the first half, and Vegas continues to move the football.
Now at midfield, and, Vegas, again, they have to be patient right now. They have a 1st and 10. The short throws are working. The out routes are working. Just, stick to what is doing good for you and not try to go deep against the secondary.
First down and 10. Rahman again outside, and Johnson dropped the ball. Dangerous spot to make a mistake there. Blanchek almost ran over for the interception.
Yeah, and if that's intercepted, that's for sure a pick 6, since there was nothing but green in front of the linebacker. Second down and 10. What I'm liking about this Vegas Fury offense right now in this situation is that they do have plays that are getting that could get the receiver 5, 6, 7 yards and make it a manageable 3rd down.
Short far side, never good. That's pick 6 territory. Handoff, Scott Johnson. He's buried, a loss of 4 in the backfield. Michael Rochester, picked in the 7th round, pick 122, and it wasn't too late for him. He makes the TFL.
Yeah, and this is, again, the situation where Vegas is in a dangerous position because, sometimes they get in that play where, it's not enough for the sticks, and then it's 4th down and long, but it seems that they're on a different play here.
Rahman fires outside. That's out of bounds, so not a good look there. Again, 3rd and long, the Achilles heel of this Fury offense. Pass intended for Blades. They'll have to punt it away. Denver's got a defense too.
Yeah, and that Denver's defense is basically what has kept this game under 3 points. Vegas could be winning this game by 2 touchdowns or so by now, and this Denver defense really doing a sensational job up front to limit the Vegas offense as much as they possibly can.
Halfway through the second quarter, and Mcchesney has 2 carries in the ball game. This punt will be fielded from the 18-yard line. Battle absolutely nowhere to go. And that's where Josh Miller and this Nightwing team will set up. A reminder of what's at stake tonight. This was coming into the night. Houston is also now 6-5. So 11 teams with 6 wins now. A 5-way tie at 6-5 will have to sort out this evening. Vegas must win out to give themselves a chance, or they are eliminated from the playoffs. Denver is a game ahead, or a half game ahead right now of Louisiana. We'll go over their updated playoff scenarios now as Mosley picks up 9 yards. Denver cannot clinch the number 1 seed with a win tonight because they lose the common games tiebreaker with Louisiana. So if Denver wins tonight, they would need either a win or a Louisiana loss next week to clinch number 1. If they lose tonight, they would need a win and a Louisiana loss next week to clinch number 1. 2nd and 1 at the 28-yard line for Miller. Look at this defense, Ramos. Everybody in the box.
Man-to-man coverage here.
2nd and 1, Mcchesney going nowhere. Vegas sells out for the run, and Mcchesney loses a yard. Shady on the strong side.
Yeah, very good job by the Vegas Fury reading that play. And Denver, when they go in those tight formations, they like to run it to the outside and try to seal the edge for a big gain. Vegas selling all for it. And what a great play. And again, man-to-man coverage daring this Denver offense to throw.
Mosley off the line just a little bit on the right, but Mcchesney gets a first down. That's trusting your workhorse, Ramos, as he picks up the 3rd and short and gets some help from his offensive lineman up front. That was Jack Slayer.
Yeah, way better job there by the offensive line of Denver and by the play calling as a whole, running the ball up the middle and trying to get one-on-ones across the board and on the inside.
First down and 10 at the Denver 32-yard line. Miller to throw. Heavy pressure. Miller goes down. Vegas, it looks like they brought 6 and played man coverage on the back end, and the linebacker, Day Drury, gets the sack.
Magnificent coverage here for Vegas across the field as the linebacker just dips his shoulder, gets to the quarterback, makes the sack. And this is Denver's worst position here. When they're in a 2nd and 16, they have to throw the ball downfield, and this is where those incredible safeties can get the ball away.
Mcchesney, nothing. Brought down by Drury. He is living in the backfield. Only a gain of a yard. Drury with his 3rd tackle. 3rd and 15 coming up. Denver is 1 for 4 tonight on 3rd down.
And this is very tricky. I mean, because if the 3rd downs and longs are not working, do you throw it short, trying to get yards after the catch, or do you still throw the ball deep? Let's see what they choose.
Miller to pass, has time, deep ball, caught, Logan Keel. Jackson with the tackle, no forced fumble this time. Denver's in Vegas territory.
Yeah, great play by Denver. Great route by Logan Keel as the corner stood there, maybe waiting for a flat, maybe waiting for a shallow cross or something. But a good position on the ball there for Logan Keel. He has a first down, and Max Jackson with another tackle. Now has 5 total. 2 tackles, 3 assisted. Denver keeps moving the ball. Very crucial for them.
Miller goes under center. The fullback, R.E. Mills, who's been quiet tonight, off to the left. He stands in for extra protection. Logan Keel again. Keel dominating in the ball game now with 3 grabs.
And again, Vegas going man-to-man coverage. It seems that Denver has found a way right now to get those crossing routes, getting one of their men open, and try to get some positive yardage. Look here near side cam. I think Denver's going to try to run to the outside.
Well, they'll fire it instead to Mcchesney on a screen, and Mcchesney's got a first down to the 13-yard line, stumping the Ramostradamus into the red zone.
But great play design there for Denver. They're going in a screen pass. So Vegas has no players close to the numbers, and all of a sudden Denver has about 3 offensive linemen there. So that's easy yards for Jared Mcchesney. Great play.
And we've reached the 2-minute warning, a defensive slugfest, a back and forth fury of action. It's dizzying. The SFL's Crowd Play Game of the Week returns in a moment on 11 Sports and For the Fans. First down and 10 at the 13-yard line. 2 minutes to play.
Up the middle, Cam.
And Miller going to throw. Miller in trouble, and Miller is sacked. Maybe they should have done that, Ramos. Dave Drury again with the takedown on first down.
I mean, this game has been so weird, Cam, on so many levels. You know, that fumble by Keel, Dave Drury, the linebacker, with 2 sacks. I wonder what's the record for a single game in sacks by a linebacker. But Dave Drury now with 2, and it's been so strange. We've had only 11 carries in the whole game by the 2 teams. You know, both going with different philosophies, and we're having a magnificent game.
Second down and 18. Logan Keel picks up 14 yards down to the 8-yard line, and this game could come down to who executes better in the red zone.
Definitely, and Vegas already has an interception against them in the red zone, so it's going to be interesting to see if Denver can capitalize. Now going with bunch receivers, look for the outside as more like out route or something.
Yeah, look at those 3 at the top of the screen. Now play action. Miller in zone. Oh, what a throw! Over the linebacker's head for a touchdown to Jeremy Mosley. How did he fit that one in there?
Unbelievable throw. And I'm not sure what the Vegas defense was doing there, but some defensive back did not sink enough. And that's unacceptable for the safety. Is that the safety? Who was that?
I don't know who that was.
Maybe that was Thomas. Well, I don't want to blame something on anybody, but he basically covered nobody but himself.
That could have been the slot guy. Maybe Bruce Rooster, Joseph Dredd, somebody over there blew an assignment. And Jeremy Mosley gets the touchdown, the first of the game, and Jackman's extra point is good. Quiets the crowd.
Yeah, and thank you, Mighty, and the stats. The all-time record for a linebacker, 3.5 sacks in a game. So Dave Drury, now with 2.0, you know, in one half, you know, on pace to potentially break that record.
I'd buy anybody but Max Paul dinner if they can tell me who that was. Way back in the San Francisco days. I'm picturing the that linebacker. I cannot come up with the name right now, but no matter. 1:05 to go in the first half.
Okay, it will be either one of 2 players.
Okay, give it to me.
It will be Randall Watts or Jordan Gray.
I want to say it was Gray. But yeah, that was a long time ago. But good memory, Ramos, because you're right. It would be one of those 2 players. Skinny G 517 in the chat says, my wife Jessica is loving the call. She says hi. Hi, Jessica, and hi to everyone else watching on 11 Sports and for the fans. If you want to get involved in the chat and say hello, you can give us a shout at twitch.tv/FTFnext. That pass is caught by LZ Pryor down the middle. Timeout Vegas.
Yeah, what a throw there by Thomas Rahman. Very, very daring on that safety. That could have been intercepted, easily could have been intercepted. But I like the confidence that Thomas Rahman has on his receiver, and they only need about 25 more yards to get in field goal range and get some more points on the board.
First and 10 at the 45. 55 seconds to go in the first half. 2 in the backfield. Scott Johnson has struggled. Just 3 yards on 6 carries. Rahman to throw. Out to Johnson. Johnson protecting the football, but spins back inside. No huddle coming.
Yeah, and they have to get out of that formation, Cam. They really need to throw the ball down the field.
Garrison blew off the left of Rahman. They're going to go to Johnson again. This is trouble for Las Vegas. Wiseman makes the tackle. There it is. They got it in there. Now no timeouts left for Vegas, but they'll take that. But here comes another 3rd down and long coming up for Vegas. And just one more tip of the cap to Vegas's defense. How about this? 4 tackles for loss tonight, 3 sacks, a forced fumble, 2 pass deflections, and a pick. That is littering a box score.
Yeah. If this was fantasy football, Vegas will give you a lot of points so far. And they're going in the shotgun formation, Cam. Let's see if they can run past the sticks.
3rd and 7. Rahman steps up. Wild throw. Oh, it's caught at the 30. No timeouts. Down to the 28. That is Mason Kirby. They're running up to spike it.
Yeah, great play call to spike the ball. Yeah, fantastic, because, you know, that play is basically for 3rd and long and everything. You don't want to run that on first down. especially when you have more than 20 seconds left. So good call, spike the ball, get into another play, and try to score a touchdown potentially.
Probably one more play here, right?
Yeah, depending on how this play goes. If this one goes middle,
no, they're gonna kick it. No timeouts.
True,
the
but you
fear,
can still
the
spike
fear
the
of the
ball.
unknown.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, but I think that even if you get sacked, man, I think you could either spike the ball and on fourth down, kick the ball. But hey,
Boudreaux's field goal is good from 44 yards away. That's called playing scared, Ramos, and it's 10-9 with Vegas's season on the line. Bit of a wobbler, but it goes through.
Yeah, and this is a situation where when the ball gets kicked in this direction, Boudreaux is able to get it on the back of the end zone for a touchback. So it's going to be interesting to see if Denver dares to throw the ball downfield and tries to get a field goal on their own, or if they just go to the half.
In the first game of our 11 Sports FTF doubleheader, St. Louis kicked it too early, and then Warren Murray scored on the last play of the half. That would be a terrible scenario for Vegas if that were to play out here.
Yeah, that's totally true. Let's see what Denver does with the ball at the 23-yard line. They still have 3 timeouts, and they're going with Mcchesney in the backfield. My guess, with 3 receivers that they throw, Cam, look for the play action.
This was where they got the touchdown, I believe, on that touchdown play. No, they handed off to Mcchesney. Mcchesney's got a block.
Watch
Mcchesney
out.
in the open field, 40. Mcchesney rode down to the 48-yard line. That'll get him into Hail Mary range, and saving the touchdown was, I believe, Tank Hutt all the way down the field.
Yeah, and very lucky Vegas able to make the tackle, but that does give Josh Miller a chance to chuck it deep and see if he can get a Hail Mary. In the SFL, that's statistically a little bit more likely than in the NFL. So, we could see Denver getting another touchdown before the half potentially.
What would you say? This is about maybe a 2%, 3% completion rate?
I will say so. I will say probably closer to the 5% area.
Miller on a Hail Mary. He's got to face Rhett Sawyer and Tank Hutt. Can he get rid of it? No, he cannot.
Man.
Buried by Rhett Sawyer, the league's leader in sacks. And that ends a wild and wacky first half of play only in Vegas, where the Fury defense gets 4 sacks, 5 tackles for loss, a fumble, a pick, 2 pass deflections, and holds Denver, the league's #1 offense and #1 team in the standings, to 10. There's your stats.
And obviously the staggering stat, Vegas with 0 yards rushing, and they're only 1 point down. And that's the thing for Vegas. Their defense has played great. They've had great pass rush. The special teams have been unbelievable tonight, but they need to capitalize on offense. They had an interception against them in the end zone. They have been unable to actually get the ball in the paint, and when you go against a team as good as Denver, you need touchdowns, not field goals.
Look at the stats. Time of possession, even though they have 0 rushing yards, Vegas still winning that stat. Again, they are so much better. 3-1 this season when they win time of possession, 1-5 when they do not. And it is going to be an interesting second half, especially if they cannot get that running game going. Is that the key to the second half, Ramos, or is there something else on your mind?
Yeah, I mean, for Vegas, is trying to get some balance, I think. I mean, as good as Tom Ryman has been, you do need to get Scott Johnson involved a bit more. And for Denver, is just try to limit the mistakes. An interception for Josh Miller, then also the fumble that we are seeing on the replay right now, is just play your style of game and protect the ball.
What a first half. Week 12 kicks off Saturday at 1:30 on the SFL's YouTube and Twitch channels. We are back here on 11 Sports at 4:30 and 6:30 Eastern. Let's 11 Sports and FTF on Twitch, 4:30 and 6:30 Eastern on 11 and FTF Twitch on Saturday. Then Sunday, a triple header of action at 2:30, 4:30, and 6:30 Eastern on 11 Sports and For the Fans. And then back here Monday night, 7 and 9 doubleheader. And Ramos, we are not sure where we're going to be going just yet, but wherever it is, it's going to determine everything for the playoffs. And then after the game, we will have a little mini playoff preview as time allows.
Yeah, and I'm sure that, we're going to have one of those games where probably, winner is in, loser goes home kind of situation, or something that, could determine who gets a home field advantage, something like that. So it's going to be very interesting to see how that pans out, and whatever game we get is going to be amazing, I think.
With Jacob Clear and Max Paul on stats, Ramos Lynn providing analysis, and so far getting stumped by Denver's offense that has been a little bit different here tonight. I'm Cameron Irvine, and I don't blame them for being a little bit different. Vegas's defense has been a little bit different tonight and has Denver playing a different style of game, and Max Jackson gets the return up to the 22-yard line. How, Ramos, interested to get your perspective on this as a coach. How can a opponent's defense shape the offense that they're facing in terms of what they provide?
Well, first you have to look at the formations that the opposing team runs and see how you can take advantage of it. See what plays run up each formation, and defensively have those packages where, if they like to run the ball a lot on this type of formations, we can have the good defense to stop the run and stuff like that. So it does require a lot of, trial and error. It does require a lot of, just testing a lot and a lot of film study, and obviously playing to your strengths defensively.
Off the reception for Garrison Blue, a pickup of 8 brings up 2nd down and 2 at the 30. 4-3 look out of Denver's defense. Handoff goes to Johnson. Johnson's got a 1st down. That's something, Ramos. Now they got 3 rushing yards on the night and moved the chains.
And that's twice low-key in this game, Cam, where that run to Johnson has worked pretty well. The first carry that he got about 8-9 yards, and this one goes for a 1st down. And this is exactly what I mean when they have to involve him a little bit more. You don't need those 50, 70-yard rushes that Registrator gives you. It's just a little bit of balance, just like that.
And he picks up 2 more, and he keeps that clock churning and keeps Mcchesney off the field. And he has been pretty good so far tonight. 48 yards on 6 carries. He has a long of 24. He also broke off a 20-yarder there. Other than that, they've done a pretty nice job keeping him contained.
Yeah, and Josh Miller has looked more for guys like Logan Keel and Jeremy Mosley, which has worked, but I think that Mcchesney is your best player. You need him to involve him a little bit more.
Rahman fires it outside. Johnson wide open, and Johnson picks up a 1st down to the 44, and that's the 2nd 1st down that Johnson has picked up on the drive.
Yeah, and that's another way where you can involve your running back. It's not only to hand the ball off to him, it's just those swing passes, screens, outs, stuff like that can just get the runner with some confidence and try to tire the defense a little bit.
1st and 10 to the 44. Johnson is hit in the backfield. Des Troyer comes away with a tremendous stop. Johnson a 2-yard loss.
Yeah, Des Troyer, one of the best interior defensive linemen in the SFL. Gonna get more than 2 double-digit sacks rather this season, and puts Vegas in a position where they don't want to be in, 2nd and 12, where Thomas Rahman potentially has to throw.
Split backs here. Vegas does not want to be in 3rd down and long. They go play action here. They fire it down the field. It's dropped. What a hit by Papineau. Nice play call there from Vegas, mixing it up. But the pass falls incomplete. Doug Britton, the fullback, was the target.
Yeah, it requires a lot of, guts to make that play call, Cam, because what you're doing there is doing the play action, a very slow, ongoing play, and that's where Des Troyer can sack your quarterback. So interesting call there for the Vegas Fury.
3rd down and 12, 8:23 to go in the 3rd quarter. Rahman to throw. Decent protection, had to dump it off. Nobody was open, and Vegas will have to punt. give credit where credit's due. Vegas's offensive line has not been very good this season, but tonight Denver does not have a sack. They do have a few tackle for losses, but in 30 pass attempts for Rahman and no sacks, that's a pretty nice night for the O-line so far.
Yeah, especially when you have to pass protect so many plays, as you said, 30 times. And the offensive linemen really, they don't like to pass block a lot. They love to run block rather than pass blocking.
Punt is away to battle, and he is brought down at the 15-yard line. If you're new to the Simulation Football League, you're watching the first controllerless esport where strategy and AI instead of thumbs determines outcome. Teams submit game plans prior to the simulation, and the results play out live in real time with hundreds of viewers turned players, scouts, coaches, and team owners on the field to create an all-new kind of virtual reality. Visit simulationfl.net for more information. This is the 15th drive of the game. Hand off to Mcchesney, and Mcchesney, not a lot of room. Only a 3-yard gain. Eric Davis, Tom Rahman Jr., Day Drury, all there on the tackle.
Yeah, Day Drury is having himself a game. It's been unbelievable, sacking the quarterback for a loss, getting involved in tackles. He's been fantastic so far, and a big reason why the Vegas Furies defense have only allowed 10 points in this game.
Mcchesney runs into a pink, blue, and black wall. Nowhere to go.
Yeah, and Vegas is just selling out for the run completely. They have literally 10 players spotlighting number 32, and
is that Bear?
He has nowhere to run. I mean, he only has about 6 or 7 blockers, and there's about 10 defenders right there.
4 wide here for Miller. Miller on a 3rd down and 7. Both teams have been a bit miserable on 3rd down tonight. That pass is caught. Giacomo Jones knocks the official over and gets the 1st down to the 39-yard line.
What a great throw by Josh Miller. Probably one of his 2 or 3 best throws of the game. As that's a slant route and on the money between the linebackers and the safeties for a 1st down. Much needed for Denver. That's their third down conversion in the game.
Colin Trelli and Joseph Dredd, who I think was in fact that guy that blew the coverage in the end zone, makes the tackle. 1st down and 10 at the 39. Trips left here for Denver as Miller fires it outside. Pass caught by Mosley. 1st down to the 49 of Vegas. Denver back across the 50.
And Josh Miller over now 200 yards, up to 218 in the game with only 18 pass attempts, a quarterback rating of 108.1. So very good game for him. Again, thank you, Mighty RX, for the stats. Doing a great job as always. And, Josh Miller very effective today, but, Jerry Mcchesney has 51 yards on 8 carries.
Jacob Clear as well as Mcchesney can't get anything on that carry. Day Drury with 6 tackles now and 1 sack. But Mcchesney, look, Vegas has made it abundantly clear tonight. We are not going to be beaten by Jared Mcchesney.
Yeah, and that's what great coaches do. When you go to great coaches is whatever you do best, we are going to shut that down. If you get some yards here and there with other players, that's fine. But number 32 is the best player. We're going to shut him down. Just like that.
They get 3 guys on him there. A couple make the tackle at the end of it, including an extra defensive lineman in there. The defensive tackle, Jericho Kane, has been in on back-to-back trips. It's 3rd down and 9. By the way, Phil Koss, who's won $750 on crowd play so far this season, he's in 3rd right now. Mr. Purple SB is in 1st place. Luther Gond, a potential defensive rookie of the year, is 2nd. And that pass is caught by Jones, and a late hit flag is thrown. Max Jackson shoves Giacomo. A little bad blood between these two teams, as expected, but Denver's going into scoring position.
Yeah, that's a late hit, and basically because Max Jackson dove into the receiver instead of just tapping him down. That's a late hit, but what a throw again by Josh Miller. Back-to-back 3rd down conversions for him. As that was not necessary. As Denver now in the red zone for the first time in a while.
Sometimes in the SFL we call things different things. Clipping is block in the back. late hit is unnecessary roughness. You get the idea. 1st and 10 at the Vegas 18-yard line, and Mcchesney isn't going anywhere. Picks up a yard, maybe a yard and a half, and Merrick Itera's out there.
Yeah, 2nd and 9. And I think the thing that Denver can do to limit this is either run between the tackles or start throwing screen passes. Instead of running to the outside, start running screen passes and have offensive linemen going to the outside.
2nd and 9, trips left again here. Play fake Miller. Miller with the pocket collapsing. Pass is caught. They mark him short of the sticks, though. That's Jones. 60 yards on 4 grabs for Jones. And we'll see if we get a challenge here.
Yeah, let's see if we do. Man, I will do so because the game is so close and,
Wow.
and the 3rd and inches. Yeah, I will do so. Let's see. What do you do if you're Denver? I will run the ball right up the middle.
Stack in the box. Nothing for Mcchesney.
Unbelievable.
They threw everything at him again. There's kitchen sinks all over the field. And Max Jackson brings him down for a 4th and 1.
I mean, how did the strong safety get in the backfield literally 1 second after the play is snapped is beyond me, but Denver not doing a good job in run blocking as Kramer Jackman is going to kick a field goal. Very important field goal here, Cam, forcing Vegas to score a touchdown.
That was an 11-play drive that will end in just 3 points for Denver. A very fast-moving 3rd quarter of play, but the Nightwings still have the lead. 13-9. It's getting wild here in Week 11 in the SFL. You're watching the Crown Play Game of the Week on 11 Sports and for the fans. Back here in Las Vegas, Denver 13 and Las Vegas 9. The Fury must win out in order to keep their playoff hopes alive. Denver is jostling for the number 1 seed, trying to get home field advantage throughout the playoffs. That's how they won their first and only championship a year ago, as Jackson returns it out to the 24-yard line. Vegas has not won a championship. They haven't won a playoff game in 5 seasons. They're hoping to change that. This has been one terrific effort tonight by the Fury.
Yeah, and if they want to keep their playoff hopes alive, they need to score as soon as possible. This is a crucial drive for the Vegas Fury.
3 receivers bunched up left. Garrison Blue off to the right. Another play action. Rahman throws. It's caught. Pass caught by Kirby. A 7-yard pickup, and Rahman paid for it. 32 passes, no sacks against this vaunted Denver defensive front.
Yeah, and a good job by him getting rid of the ball exactly as the defender was getting there. A good gain of 7 yards, and this is what you need for Vegas. Again, keeping those 2nd and 3rd downs manageable to have an opportunity to get first downs consistently down the field.
2 in the backfield, 2nd down and 3. Rahman back to pass. Rahman fires it outside, and it's a little bit out ahead of Johnson. He's not able to turn the corner. Whoa, just almost it looked like a punch there to the helmet area of a defender. 3rd and 2. Yeah,
a lot of, there's a big rivalry, and we are having a very tight game. 22 points overall scored. So hitting hard out there. I formation here. They dare to run the ball.
Johnson, 3rd and 2, got it! The rookie,
Nice.
putting the team on his back there just a little bit, gets a first down. And I mean, the season's on the line for Vegas. They don't want to be eliminated from the playoffs. They want to be in the conversation. They take on your Mexico City Aztecs next week. And I think, Ramos, you'd probably like them much better if they were 4-7, but you don't get to choose.
I don't get to choose, but again, this is a very strong Fury team. Our games have gone really competitive in our history, so looking forward to it.
Underthrown, pass intercepted by Josh Vasquez, his second of the night, running a streak down the field. He had a man beat, but Vasquez makes the play.
Yeah, great job by Vasquez. And what he does is that he sinks. He looks at the linebacker, bumps the receiver, so all he has to do is go as deep as he possibly can because he recognizes that's a go route, gets the interception, and runs it back to the 48-yard line of Vegas. I would like to see this man get a couple carries here, Cam.
11 carries, 53 yards. Mills has not touched the football tonight. The fullback, this pass is caught by Mosley. He's out of bounds. Late hit there, no call. Man, they are letting him play tonight. Mosley picks up 7.
Yes, they are. And this is, again, for Denver, a possession where you are in a very good position to score points. Secure the points if you possibly can. Do not throw the ball into double or triple coverage. Get some points and at least a field goal to make it a one full touchdown game.
2nd down and 3, 1:43 to go in the third quarter. 2 in the backfield, handoff Mcchesney. Mcchesney is dropped in the backfield. The corner, Merrick Itera with the TFL. That is the 6th of the night for Vegas, 3rd and 4.
Very impressive. Very impressive for Merrick Itera to tackle the bigger Jerry Mcchesney one-on-one. 3rd and 4. Look for the play action here, Cam, and look for the guy in the near side for an out route.
3rd down and 4, play action, deep ball, cut battle, inside the 10, down to the 6-yard line, the biggest play of the night for this offense.
Unbelievable throw, great confidence, and what a great route by Bryce Battle. That's a post route there, Cam. He gets good time to throw the ball, and the safety is not deep enough. That's Max Jackson. Bryce Battle runs past him, and a throw in the money for a big first down. Denver needs to score right now and put this game, quote-unquote, out of reach.
That's why he's the leader in this game in yards per reception. That bomb goes for plenty. 1st and goal at the 6. 40 seconds to go. Handoff Mcchesney. Mcchesney runs over a defender. Vegas throwing everything at him. He picks up 3. 6th tackle for Itera. It's a 31-yard reception for Battle.
Yeah, and one play they did in the first half, Cam, that they have not gone back to it is that power formation and going screen. That screen pass and try to get some blocking on the outside.
2nd to go with a 3, probably the final play of the quarter. Handoff Mcchesney. Mcchesney walks in the end zone, his easiest run of the night, and Denver's starting to pull away here on the road.
And for the first time, we saw the Vegas Fury, instead of going in that tight defensive formation, they went on a nickel, Cam. So that's 5 defensive backs, just a couple of linebackers, and you simply do not have enough men on the outside to contain number 32.
Defensive error there, and Denver makes them pay for it. This is our second chance getting a look at these Nightwings, Ramos. And, they are every bit as advertised. Now, they have benefited from a schedule that has sort of fallen in their lap. Queen City and Chicago, a couple of playoff teams not to mention all of them, but just a couple of playoff teams that have kind of fallen apart. Atlanta was on the schedule, but as the defending champs, they have not had as good of a season. But, they've taken advantage of it, and they're a great ball team. They're a great football team, I should say.
Yeah, they are. And what they do, Cam, they do it extremely well. They're a very sound football team. They run the ball extremely well. They have what you need to be successful in this league, I think, which is have a good run game, have a good pass rush, and be able to take the ball away from the opposing team.
5 seconds to go in the third quarter. This will be the 9th time that Vegas has touched the ball tonight. Have more first downs than Denver, 14-12. They've still struggled on third down tonight, 2 for 7. Rahman averaging 6.2 yards per attempt. He's 24 for 34 for 212. His top target has been Kirby, 74 yards on 7 receptions. Scott Johnson still struggling, 9 yards on 10 carries. 2 receivers top of the screen for Rahman. Last play of the third quarter, they flip it out to Johnson, and Johnson will pick up 5. That is the end of the third quarter. Miller quietly at 290 for Denver. And the Nightwings, who lead the league, lead the game 20-9. You're watching the Crowd Play Game of the Week, Vice Wars 7 on 11 Sports and For the Fans. Don't go anywhere. Start of the fourth quarter here from Silver State Stadium in Las Vegas, and the Fury season in doubt. Alongside Max Paul and Jacob Clear on stats, Ramos Lynn on analysis. I'm Cameron Irvine, and what will be our next to last regular season broadcast, our crew specifically. We'll see you back here on Monday night in Week 12 to wrap up the regular season. Ramos out to Johnson, first down, 35, 36-yard line. Johnson has been a weapon out of the backfield tonight.
Yeah, he has. Even more so than other pieces of this Vegas Fury offense. You know, you see Miramontes has only 1 catch. LC Pryor only has 2 catches. He's been really the guy who has been able to get outside the numbers and catch a few passes.
8 receptions for Johnson. This is Rahman firing back deep. Now he dumps it off to Johnson. That's number 9. Not sure what Rahman was looking for down the field, but it's just a gain of 3.
Yeah, and again, it's at least a positive yardage play, and you can maybe throw another short pass. I would like to see maybe another out route to Mason Kirby or something like that. They have not gone to that in quite some time, and it worked perfectly in the first half.
Yeah, you're right. Kirby has been a little quiet. 2nd down and 7 for Rahman. Out of the gun quickly. Middle caught. First down. 9-yard pickup. That's Garrison Blue. Rahman 29 of 37 for 248 officially. And Vegas moving the chains some more.
And close to Denver's side of the field, they really need to capitalize with some points. Even if it's just a field goal here, Cam, they really need to score some points and keep this in a 1-possession game.
1st and 10 at the 49 of Vegas. Rahman with Johnson to his left. Rahman throws middle, incomplete. Pass was intended for Ron Lawler. Again, that second tight end running over the middle.
Yeah, and this is a situation where obviously it will go as Tom Rahman's incomplete pass, but it was a beautiful throw, great read, and the tight end just has to make the catch. That's a crossing route. He picks up the right man, the guy who's open, and that's a first down if that's a completed pass.
Boy, you can feel the tension in this building. Vegas definitely wants to get back to the playoffs here, and I tell you, it's a dynamic team. I mean, they've got a lot of pieces that a lot of teams don't have, and they just have struggled to score some points in some critical moments this season. Rahman going long, wide open, it's caught! It is a touchdown, John Blades!
The very first time that we see this Vegas offense really test the safeties on a post route. It works perfectly for him. They get a touchdown. And if I'm Vegas, Cam, I know you have still a lot of time, but I will go for 2 and make it a field goal game, honestly.
I would too, especially given the woes for Las Vegas scoring touchdowns this season. Take advantage of it. Doesn't look like they are, which means they're going to have to score another one in the next 9:30. If I'm a betting man, I'm not sure that they would, given their history.
Yeah, I agree. You know, touchdowns have been really hard to come by, so you know, I would have gone for 2 and try to see if later on in the game you can tie it with a field goal.
But still 9:30 to go, as you said, and this took a while, Ramos, but we compiled this because we've seen it as a storyline all season long. This is Vegas in the red zone this season. 35 trips, just 14 touchdowns. You see some of the struggles in losses highlighted in there. Sioux Falls, the biggest one. 5 trips, no touchdowns, 4 field goals. They ended up losing that game, and they have not scored a red zone touchdown tonight.
No, the one time they were in the red zone, the pass got intercepted, so those struggles continue.
Oh, battle decapitated at the 22-yard line. What a big play from John Blades. And this rivalry is full of big plays. We have seen now 4 tonight over 30 yards, and that's all these two teams do when they get together.
Yeah, it's all about the big plays. And so far in this game, Logan Keel almost had one, but he fumbled the ball, and we saw that post route. But as you can see, it's all being that one big play that just makes the whole difference. As you can see, Robert Redford, the former Vegas Fury running back, now with Vancouver, getting a touchdown to put his team on the lead.
This was earlier this season.
And it was now Jared Mcchesney's turn as he gets loose for a touchdown. And that's a play, Cam, actually, that Vegas has been able to stop extremely well tonight. You know, that outside run, you know, Denver likes to put a lot of men on the outside with great blocking, but Vegas Fury have been unbelievable stopping that one.
Yeah, they were in the 4-4 on that play. We were talking about it over the break, how Vegas has thrown a lot of 4-4 at them tonight with a lot of success. Mcchesney just 4 yards a carry, but was not successful in their first meeting. They lost it 40-20 in Denver back at the beginning of the season. Play action for Miller. He fires it outside to Jones. Jones even able to turn the corner, gets the first down to the 32. And earlier this week, Ramos, we were looking at Vegas's job against Jared Mcchesney, and it's actually quite good. 3 of the previous 6 meetings, they've held Mcchesney under 3 yards a carry. This Vegas team knows their rival.
Yeah, they do. And Mcchesney right now has 4.1 yards per carry, which, you know, it's over that average, but it's doing way better than most teams in the SFL do against him.
And Mcchesney picks up 3. Risk reward going on. If you watched the game earlier tonight, that might be a risk to take, as we were giving away some answers. Did you ever cheat on a test in school, Ramos? I think you can tell people now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have.
Don't tell anybody where you live. 2nd down and 7 at the 35. Miller fires it, dangerous. Oh, and it's caught, shielding the defender. That might be Mcchesney's best play of the night. 3rd and 6.
Yeah, for sure. You know, this is one of those plays where, you know, the head coach and the offensive coordinator are just screaming and basically dying internally. You know, you can throw away an entire game with those throws. If that gets intercepted, unless Mcchesney does a heroic tackle, that's a pick 6.
Miller on 3rd down, fires it out to Keel. What a we lost the ball! Max
Again.
Jackson recovers. Keel has fumbled twice tonight. Check that. Thomasina Rahman with the recovery, and Keel has lost it all by himself.
Unbelievable. It's not often that we see a wide receiver lose a fumble, and much less 2 of them.
And actually, it was Max Jackson who recovered this one. Thomasina Rahman forced the fumble. I'm not sure I've ever seen a receiver fumble twice in the same game.
No, me neither. Actually, me neither, Cam. It's been so surreal. This whole game has been filled out with incredibly weird plays.
Almost 1,500 simulations in league history, and you still see things that you've never seen before. Mason Kirby is out of bounds. That may be worth a challenge.
I will challenge that one. It's not for a first down, but effectively, because of the circumstances, it could lead to one. So still with 3 timeouts left, you have not called a single challenge. I will do it.
Wow, we've seen coaches. I think you've called for a challenge 3 times tonight, Ramos, and we've seen coaches reluctant to throw the challenge flag tonight. Now it's 2nd and long for Rahman. This could be his 42nd pass of the evening, and it is. And it's out to Johnson, his 10th reception. Johnson picks up 5 to get him out of 3rd and long. Look at the 2 quarterbacks tonight over 300.
Yeah, and what a situation this is, Cam, because you can get maximum play without getting a first down, but still getting in field goal range. So if you get 4 yards here, you get the ball to the 35, and that's field goal range, but you also have a chance to go in for it. So this is interesting to see if Vegas tries to take the first down in one play, or they try to take it short and they go for it on 4th down.
Denver in the dime. Rahman's got nobody open. Rahman in trouble. Can't take a sack. Rahman is sacked out of field goal range, and it's 4th down. Marlon Marshall with the takedown for Denver.
Wow, that is brutal here for Vegas. That's literally the worst thing that could have happened besides a turnover, Cam. You get sacked outside of field goal range, and also obviously outside of any realistic 4th down conversion territory.
Wow, that is a tough break for Las Vegas. They'll get nothing off the Keel fumble. Now trying to pin the Nightwings deep in their own territory. This inside the 10 will bounce into the end zone, and that takes us to break. Denver 20, Las Vegas 16. The 21st possession of the game comes your way next. This is the Crowd Play Game of the Week on 11 Sports and For the Fans. .7:17 to go in the 4th quarter. Denver 20, Vegas 16. What a wild game to cap off an intense Week 11 around the SFL as Mcchesney breaks a tackle. Mcchesney, one man to beat tonight. Terra saves 6. Ball at the 44-yard line, and Mcchesney up to 6.4 yards per carry.
That's all in Mcchesney, Cam. We're going to take a look at the replay. The guard pulled to the left, but it's the job of Mcchesney to pick the right hole, break that first tackle, and then it's off to the races.
If Vegas can hold them to 3, it would keep it a 1-score game. Logan Keel has fumbled twice tonight. Itera also has an interception. On the other side, Rahman's thrown 3 picks. Vasquez has 2, and Papineau has 1. Miller on a first down. Hit as he threw the pass is caught wide open. How can Keel be that wide open into Vegas territory?
Not sure how, but what a great job and what great poise by Josh Miller finding his open man. Dangerous throw because it's across his body to the near sideline, but very good for him to find his open man and a first down. Josh Miller, 20 out of 26 for 313 yards, Cam.
First down and 10. 4-4 defense here for Vegas. They flip it outside to Mcchesney, and nobody's out there. Mcchesney picks up 17 into scoring position, and poor Rhett Sawyer was trying to run him down. That man can't run that fast.
And this is the play I was talking about in the previous drive, Cam. They did it in the first half, hadn't come back to it until now. It's that formation. They have some blocking on the outside. They swing it out to Mcchesney with blocking, and he now twice this game has had open space and a lot of yardage. Now shotgun formation, Fury is going in a zone, looks like, so look for it in the top of your screen, the X receiver.
1st and 10 at the 28. Miller fires it middle. One-handed catch! Bryce Battle!
Man, Bryce Battle has been unbelievable here in the second half. He had that big completion of that post route, and then he gets that huge first down in the red zone now. Denver cannot turn the ball over here.
5:45 to go in the fourth. Denver up 4. Vegas needs a stop. Again, 8 in the box, and they're going to throw, this time out to Jones. Denver really mixing it up. Giacomo Jones, good off me.
Yeah, and this could be the game. What a great job by Giacomo Jones, first getting open. What a great route for him. And then breaking 2 tackles, not easy to do. Gets the catch, breaks a tackle from the corner and the safety to go for 6 points.
And Vegas is on the ropes here at home. Denver flexing their muscles, trying to lock up the number 1 seed next week. If they win tonight, all they would need is a win next week or a Louisiana loss. And that is playing out right now for Vegas. They are staring elimination in the face, but Max Jackson is their returner, and you can never count him out, especially the way he's playing tonight. A fumble forced and a fumble recovered. Denver's up 11. 5:38 to go. You're watching the Crowd Play Game of the Week on 11 Sports and For the Fans. .538 to go in the fourth quarter. Vegas is down 11. Max Jackson is back to return. He is a dangerous returner, but this kick is 3 yards deep in the end zone. He's going to have to do a lot of running here. Jackson out past the 20. He has nowhere to go, and in fact will be brought down at the 20-yard line. This is a lot to ask out of a Vegas offense that is more known for field goals than touchdowns.
Yeah, especially because Tom Rahman, even though he's 30 out of 42, which is good on its own, he's thrown 3 interceptions, and his yards per attempt is only sitting at 6.9. So not a guy that likes to throw the ball deep and has much success throwing the ball deep, plus 15 yards.
They need another post. Rahman down the middle, pass caught. No huddle just yet, as Blue nearly gets a first down.
Yeah, you're in a situation where you can still huddle up here for the next about minute and a half until you get to about like 4 minutes left, 3:30 left in the game, and that's when you really have to start huddling up. So you can still take a little bit of time and have a good game plan and have a correct play.
Now, what is good, Ramos, for Vegas is that they need a touchdown, a 2-point conversion, and a field goal. But as you know, getting the touchdown first matters a great deal to not kick an onside kick too early. Rahman, deep shot down the field. I think he was trying to make that play happen earlier in the first half. Blue makes the catch.
And I like this formation, Cam. They have a good play out of this.
Rahman again to throw. Dumps it off on a oh, Scott Johnson! Oh, pickup on aisle 8. Get the ankles. 2nd and 4. Rahman
the ball really well.
No huddle, 4.5 to go. Dumps it off again. Johnson, what you got? First down, broken tackle to the 41.
Yeah, and somebody get hurt or something?
Yes. Somebody's down. But no signal. It must have happened away from the play. We're going to have to do some Where's Waldo investigating here.
Yeah, and see who's missing. The clock stopped and no team called timeout, so somebody's hurt.
Rahman to throw. It's not him. Rahman sacked.
Not very good. 2nd and very long. You at least have to get 7 or 8, Cam, to have a good chance on 3rd down.
2nd and 16. Flip out Johnson. Johnson can't get away and can't get out of bounds. Now it's 3rd and 11. They need to get into field goal range at least.
Yeah, they need about 6 or 7 yards to be in a realistic field goal range.
Under 4, they call a different play. Rahman floater. Oh, he underthrew it again. Papineau in coverage, but Pryor was wide open. Now it's 4th down and they got to go.
Yeah, they got to go for it. As you said, it was just a little bit underthrown, and you have to put a little bit more mustard on it as Mason Kirby was doing a double move. Oh, sorry, it was not Mason Kirby. It was Miramontes. No, Elsie Pryor, my bad. Number 82,
they got
Elsie
a lot
Pryor.
of 80s on this team.
Yeah, 80, 81, 82, 83, and 86 on the Vegas roster. Yeah, they're going for it. They're going 4 wide receivers. Press man cam. Look for the post route with a slot receiver here.
4th down and 11. That looks like it might be Blades in the slot. And they're going down the middle. Caught! Miramontes, 1st down to the 22. Trouble for Denver here.
Yeah, and that's the post route to the slot receiver. They have to go in a zone man-to-man.
Rahman now against the zone. Deep ball middle. Cut! Broken tackle! Oh, they mark him short! Caught by Miramontes again. They're on the goal line. I don't have to remind you about their red zone woes. 3.5 to go. Rahman.
The running back.
Looking. End zone knocked up. Oh, he caught it, then he dropped it. Oh, at the goal line, he had it off the deflection, and Ross Katansky gets it knocked out of his hands.
Oh, my goodness. And I yelled to the running back, sorry to interrupt you, but Scott Johnson it's basically a check down in a regular play, but that check down would have been enough for a score. Let's see if they can punch it in.
Johnson's the running back, 3:24 to go. Rahman Jr. is sacked. Is the red zone going to crush the Vegas Fury again? 3:13 to go. 3rd and go at the 4. Rahman floats it, and it's out of bounds at the 3-yard line. It happens again for Las Vegas.
Yeah, no, that's brutal. That's brutal for the Fury. And you have then to kick a field goal here, Cam, because you need it either way. So you have to kick a field goal, make it an 8-point game. And, I mean...
I honestly don't like... Well, I do and I don't like the call. I mean, how many opportunities are they going to have down here? It's just...
Yeah.
But at the same time, you'd rather have a long bomb touchdown and not be down inside the 5-yard line. So...
Yeah, right.
Gosh.
With their playbook, it looks like it's more likely for them to get another post route like they did to John Blades than to score inside the 5-yard line, apparently. So
and now they got now. Yeah, sorry, Ramos.
Going on sides. Yeah, go ahead.
Otis and Rosca cleans it up. The slot corner makes the play. Well, their defense has to step up on Mcchesney. They were on the goal line. I know you have 3 timeouts, Ramos. I don't know if he was short or not, but that may have been worth a challenge. I think in the chaos, Vegas just wasn't even thinking about it.
Yeah, I agree with you. They were just, thinking of getting back to the line, trying to score a touchdown, trying to punch it in, but yeah, bad play call. And again, look at this defense. They're selling for the outsides.
And they're going to give it to Mcchesney on the outside, but he cuts back inside and picks up 4. Now the clock is ticking. That is a heck of a play by Jericho Kane on the defensive line. Otherwise, he's out of there.
Yeah, for sure. And this is, again, Cam, a situation where you're not quite yet in field goal. Well, maybe.
Well,
I mean, this is
Jackman.
54 yards. It's kind of... Man, I would not doubt Kramer Jackman. I will say that much. But if you're Fury, you need a tackle for a loss here.
They got to get him in the backfield. This will be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Heartbreak again here for Las Vegas tonight. 2nd down and 6. Handoff goes to Mcchesney. Mcchesney gets up the middle. 3rd and 3. They're definitely in field goal range for Jackman now. Coming out of the 2-minute warning. I don't know what Vegas is going to get, but they need something amazing.
They do. Tackle for a loss, a 3+ yard loss can potentially put you in a decent situation.
2-minute warning. Vegas' season on the line in stunning fashion. You're watching the SFL's Crown Play Game of the Week on 11 Sports and For the Fans. Two minutes to go. It's 3rd down and 3. They are definitely in Kramer Jackman's field goal range, and Vegas has already gotten 3 turnovers out of their defense tonight. This is Jared Mcchesney, and Mcchesney will get a little bit closer, and Vegas will get the timeout. And at this point, Ramos, just hoping for a blocked field goal here.
That's it, because, we know Kramer Jackman is again, possibly the best kicker in the league, and this is a place that he knows very well. It's not his hometown in Denver. It's not his stadium, but he comes to Vegas pretty much every year. So he knows it very well. He has kicked a long field goal already this game of 46 yards, this one from 49.
This almost chippy for Kramer Jackman. Good snap, good hold. That kick is on the way, and it's money. And Denver's up 11. Now they just have to contain Max Jackson. And the Nightwings should be home free. What a heartbreaker for Vegas. It's not over, but this has been gut-wrenching.
It really has. When you consider, Cam, the things that have gone right for them. I mean, they have a lot of tackles for loss. They have 4 sacks already in this game. They did force 3 turnovers. They played really well, but it's been a couple plays inside the 10-yard line that has not gone their way, and that has cost them the game.
Oh, Jackson!
Okay.
Outside, gets to the 34. Oh, he almost blew the roof off this place. And Ramos, credit the Denver defensive line too. We talked about how in the first 30 throws, Rahman had not been sacked. Well, in the last 21, they've gotten 3 sacks on him. They've applied more pressure as the game has gone along.
Yeah, they have really made the adjustments, and they have been able to capitalize out of them. as they go 4 receivers and a tight end. I would like to see an out route here, try to stop the clock and get some decent yards.
First down for Rahman. He fires it over the middle. That is the opposite of an out route, and the clock keeps ticking. Second down and 3.
Yeah, not great. The clock keeps ticking, and it's not many yards.
Rahman again, deep down the field. What an athletic play by Vasquez. He has been everywhere tonight.
Yeah, he has. And it's a very tough play to make as a safety cam, is getting underneath and just jumping and tipping the ball away. Third down and 3, and what Vegas has to do is just take care of getting the first down. Do not worry about getting a huge play here. Just get the first down, maybe to the slot receiver in a slant route or something.
Third and 3, down 11. Rahman to pass, caught, first down. That's LZ Pryor to the Denver 46-yard line. Tackle made by Maurice Lloyd, who's had a quiet night. 1:18 to go in the ball game. Rahman to throw, pressure, has to dump it off because of said pressure. Out of bounds, stops the clock with 1:14 to go.
Second down and 10 with the ball at the 46. What you can do, Cam, here is get enough for a field goal. So get about 15 yards and kick it as soon as you possibly can to have another chance of kicking it onsides and driving the ball for a touchdown. It's easier said than done, but, it could be potentially an opportunity for them.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. And obviously with just 2 timeouts left, if Denver gets the ball, the game is over. Rahman fires it out. There's a flag. That looks like that's in the backfield, and that's a disaster.
Maybe holding.
You're lucky it's not clipping. Against
Yeah,
Vegas.
very lucky. The clipping is more yards than that, but, potentially kills the drive and kills the game for Vegas, as they really need now a really big play, as this is going to be a 2nd and 20. So first try to get about half of it, get 10, 12 yards, and make it a third down just a bit more doable.
St. Louis, Charleston, and Arizona are 5 and 6. They are under that cut line. Houston, Atlanta, Lone Star, Florida, Vancouver, all 6 and 5 entering week 12. Vegas hoping to get there too, but a loss makes it 3rd and 29.
Yeah, not a good job by the receivers, especially, that did not get open down the field. Rahman had tried a punt fake, but nothing was open, and he got sacked for a huge loss of 9 yards. 3rd and 29, and Cam, there's not many plays that can get you 29 yards in one chunk.
Marlon Marshall in the second half has 3 sacks. He has been terrific. 1:04 to go, 3rd and 29. Rahman hit again! 4th and 36.
Wow, and this Denver team, Cam, that could not get to the quarterback in the first half, all of a sudden with 4 sacks, tying Vegas. I mean, Vegas, we've talked about how good of a pressure that we're putting on the quarterback. Now Denver also with, 5 sacks here in this game. So everything unraveling here for the Fury.
4th down and 36 yards. This would truly be a miracle. 1 minute to go. Rahman fires, caught, and Kirby cannot break the tackle. Can you imagine if he would have gotten out of that? That's the ball game.
Yeah, that's the game. And again, it was a game where Vegas, they looked extremely well in some facets of the game. I mean, in all things considered, Tom Rahman, 40 out of 55, so that's a completion percentage of almost 73% with 412 yards. So he was productive. John Blades was amazing with 122 yards, but that's just how good this Denver Nightwings team is.
Another edition of Vice Wars in the books. Denver will go to Tulsa, and we were talking about their strength of schedule. It's dead last. Strength of victory is not much better either, but they have taken care of business against the teams they've faced, and in some games they have faced an extreme amount of pressure, and they are getting everybody's best effort, and they have pulled away. Tulsa is one of those teams at 3-8 that their record definitely does not reflect that team. And then, as we talked about, Vegas goes to Mexico City, but Vegas will be out. The Aztecs right now currently in the 5 spot, owning a common games tiebreaker over Jacksonville. The top 5 teams in the SFL get a bye. They'll be trying to preserve that against Las Vegas in Mexico next week.
Yeah, and for Denver, they are a team, again, they're extremely well coached. They do everything well at every spot of the game. They are not weak at any level. They can rush the passer, they can get interceptions, they can run the ball, they can pass the ball, have phenomenal special teams with Kramer Jackman, and this is a team that is built to win the championship.
Final look at the numbers. Both teams with over 400 yards. In this game tonight, we had everything. We had 9 sacks. We had 15 tackles for loss. We had 8 pass deflections. We had 4 interceptions. We had 2 fumbles. We had 412 yards by a losing quarterback. And what we didn't have, Ramos, was Mcchesney over 100 yards, and it didn't matter.
Yeah, and it didn't matter. It's again, it is what makes Denver so dangerous. Even with Mcchesney has a quote-unquote bad game or an underwhelming game, Josh Miller can still throw for almost 400 yards. This team can still get 5 sacks, and they can still win by double digits on the road. And you know that's why nobody wants to play Denver down the stretch because of how equipped they are. And for Vegas, I think they have proven a lot in this game for, next season. Of course, they're thinking about 2021 to the point where, if we can build up from, Scott Johnson and John Blades and Miramontes and Tom Rahman and this very talented defense with a lot of veteran players, they could be a force next season because they for sure have the pieces.
If I'm Scott Johnson today, Ramos, I'm thinking just stick with it. Because they are a one Scott Johnson offseason improvement away from being a very dangerous football team. They obviously had Denver kind of on the ropes much of the night, and the red zone woes it plagued their whole season, and they just were not able to find the red zone enough. But Johnson is the key, and if I'm Johnson today, I'm coming back and giving this another roll.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. You look at players that in their first season, were productive and were good for their football teams, and they just explode the following year. And I think that Scott Johnson, with some proper coaching, can be one of those players.
Player of the game, Josh Miller, a very efficient 25 for 30, 366 yards and 2 touchdowns and a QBR of 125.8. For Max Paul and Jacob Clear in stats, Ramos Lynn on analysis. This has been Week 11 of the Simulation Football League. And from Silver State Stadium in Las Vegas, our entire SFL crew says good night. I'm hitting the slots.
Thank you.
You coming with me, Ramos?
Yep.
Nice.